beauty is really everywhere. You know, we choose to see it or we choose not to see it. And my passion's always been, I make a point of looking around and paying attention and looking at these little details. And even throughout the city, even through drive, or if I'm sitting or I'm flying or I'm driving or I'm reading or when I'm traveling with the family, I'm looking at all of the most beautiful details that are around us. And I constantly have my smartphone on me and I'm constantly turning around and taking photos of all these little details that just go by us every day.
Their vision is sort of old world architecture, grand spaces, classically inspired lifestyle brought up to date. So it's really about sort of gracious living and classical proportions and very elegant spaces.
Mizrahi Development's real vision is getting to know who your customer is. This has always been paramount for us. And before we actually even start to design a building, we first want to understand who we're designing this building for. If we take 133 Hazelton as an example of that, we went to look at who are we designing this building for, who's going to be the customer, who's the homeowner, what do they want, what are they really going to get by living in this location, which is a fantastic location in Yorkville. And we started to design the building, sort of reverse engineering the building.
Well, Payton Steel is possibly the oldest firm in Canada. We were founded in 1926. And we've become known for the design of the highest end residential communities in the country. Interestingly, one thing they all have in common, all these projects, is they were developed by a dynamic individual as opposed to a formula builder. When Sam Mizrahi came to see me with regards to 133 Hazelton, he spoke with passion about his wish to create a fabulous residential building and set a new standard for residential design in Toronto.
One of the first things I did when I entered into the building industry from day one was to get ISO 9000 certification. ISO 9000 is a Swiss-based process system that really sets the bar extremely high.
Sam really drives sort of the design sensibility, and he travels a lot and travels the world and loves France and is constantly bringing pictures back. And when we're having meetings, he's constantly sending us or bringing pictures of beautiful interiors and beautiful architecture and architectural details. So there really is a passion for design that he brings, and it's fun to work with someone like that because they sort of push you and they push the envelope as far as design goes, but constantly showing us inspirations.
The weirdest thing I've ever taken a photograph of would probably be the downpipes of coming off of the roofs of buildings. Somebody said, why would you take a picture of a downpipe coming down? Well, because it's part of the building and it's such an important functionality of the building, and it's still design. You can just, do something simple, or you can put that design back into it. All the way to little details like the screws and the hinges that go on a door, to the door handle, to the little casings that go around. So they may be strange, but they're all part of making something not only functional, but also beautiful.
With their background in private residential, luxury homes, they had this intimate relationship with the end user, and they are bringing that to the condo market, where they are collaborating with each buyer as far as the design of their unit, and in designing the units, because we're doing a lot of customization, and it is the same philosophy when you do a custom private residence. So the team has brought that to the condominium project, which is quite unique.
One of the core fundamental values is to create value. That value isn't just created for the community and for the streetscape and the building and so forth, but it's also creating value for the homeowners that come in. And we do that by really emphasizing having the homeowner being part of the whole design build and part of the development and part of the project. That's one of the fundamentals, is that we invite the homeowner in for them to have a fingerprint in the actual design of their new home. After all, it's their new home.